Hey guys, it's Arumi, and this is a video leveling guide for Forsaken World from levels 1 through 10. One of the things that I love about this game is that it's very centered around art and lore. I absolutely love the game's design as well as the customization options you have when creating your character. I decided to make this guide as a kindred vampire since it seems to be the most popular class. However, most of these leveling tips are useful no matter what class you choose. Now, the early levels of Forsaken World are very straightforward. When you first enter the game, you're given a few notifications that will help you to become familiar with the Forsaken World interface. The tooltips are incredibly helpful and will go a long way towards making you feel comfortable with the game. Now, a feature you'll be introduced to really early on is the auto-routing feature. You can click on any green text within a quest and your character will travel there automatically. The auto-routing also works on items, as well as certain monsters that appear as green text in your quest log. You may also have noticed that there are two types of quests in your starting area, yellow quests and green quests. The yellow quests are the main quest line, while the green quests are optional. In later levels, you'll also discover blue quests, which are either dailies or repeatable. Now, if you're used to power leveling, it might be really tempting to blow through all of the quests without reading them. But trust me when I say you're missing out on some really interesting lore. Every so often, you will be able to use the pray skill for a chance to gain experience and items. The first few times you'll be able to pray after a short cooldown, but at higher levels you'll only be able to pray once every hour. For the first few prayers each day, you'll gain experience as well as a chance to get useful items from the gods. After 4 prayers, you won't get these benefits, but you'll still have a chance to gain a buff or a blessing. Now, if you've played a lot of MMOs, the combat should feel very familiar. Each skill can be bound to a corresponding number on your action bar. By pressing the number, you can activate the skill. As long as you stick to the quests, you should have a very easy time leveling up. Questing gives you much better experience than grinding monsters, so pick up every quest you can. A really useful keyboard shortcut is to use the tab key to cycle your monsters. This way you won't have to manually target each mob. The quests are very straightforward in the early levels. In most cases you'll be killing mobs, farming items, or investigating certain areas. Be sure to read the lore since it gives you a really interesting perspective on how the game's events fit together. It should take you about an hour of playtime to hit level 10. Forsaken World does a really good job of guiding you on how you can best use your playtime. You can even select how many hours you're planning to play, and the game will tell you which events and quests will fit with your schedule. After opening your level 10 memento box, you should get an item that will give you a quest in a place called Freedom Harbor. Freedom Harbor will introduce you to crafting, new quests, class trainers, pets, and a lot of the game's other features. Anyway, that wraps up my guide for leveling from 1 to 10 in Forsaken World. I hope you guys found these leveling tips useful, and I wish you all good luck in your in-game adventures.